Son of a bitch, I don't know what week this is. Hello and welcome to the Manga Club. Today we read Parasite in Love. And the Japanese name is Koisuru Kiseichuu. I'm joined today by Robert.
Hey,
Alyssa. William.
Excuse me.
And Cece.
Hello.
Is this week 62 or 63?
63 or 4?
Which week is this after the special?
Special
is week 60.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Special is week 60.
So it's 62,
I think 62.
Right? Yeah, we watched Silent Voice, then we read Paper Bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So 62.
Okay, phenomenal. Week 62. 62. Phenomenal. All right. I wanted to pick on somebody. Sorry for the awkward intro there.
You're awkward.
Who suggested this manga?
That would be Mike. Which
What?
makes sense why he's not here.
What was Michael's intentions, do you think, with putting a story of someone who's roughly his age, who's a kissless virgin, in love with a 17-year-old?
That also sounds like Mike, yeah.
With the kind of backdrop, well, let's not get into spoiler territory. Who would like to explain this one? Alyssa.
Hey, being called on teacher. I guess a weird synopsis is a parasite worm that infects everybody, that has like weird impacts on the brain that makes them some type of phobic around some type of usually social interaction or something that kind of makes them a little bit awkward and weird. And part of the parasite's impacts on the host is having them. I couldn't really follow that part, to be honest. It was like a whole bunch of up into the very, very last little bits of text heavy parts on volume 2.
Yeah, so the parasite just gives people some sort of weird
misanthropy.
Yeah, but they just don't.
I was gonna screenshot that one and then bug Will about that word, because I'd be like, no, he's gonna know this word and he's gonna use it.
A person who dislikes humankind and avoids human society.
So did you Google that word, or did you just have that on?
I have it up on Google right now.
Okay.
I've just ran into people saying that before. Like I've
heard the word before, but I can't say actually.
What's that, Rob?
Facebook, they'll just write like I think I'm a misanthrope, and they'll write that on their Facebook or some sort of shit.
Oh god.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, normal people.
That's why I don't go on Facebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, it's people who have that going on in their life, but then this worm thingy also makes them attracted to one another for some reason.
Sex.
For sexy sex. So essentially, this one scientist.
It's for reproduction.
Whoring out his 17-year-old daughter, trying to find a suitable partner, and he found one in the form of a kissless 27-year-old virgin.
Something like that. Yeah.
So this manga, I will say, was very text heavy. It actually put me to sleep. I read this because I couldn't sleep, and I was like, might as well get a jump on the manga, and I passed right out. It was nice.
Get that good sleep.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
The parts with the doctor talking, I didn't read them.
Well, he goes into like.
Let
me just tell you a story about the last people who were infected, and then in the middle of that, he's like, "Oh, so let me tell you another story about other people who were infected." In the middle of his story.
No, it's one story.
I only read like when they were bold or if it zoomed in on him, like big letters, because I knew that was important. But everything else, I didn't read.
The keywords.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like
that's one of my panels,
zooms in and it's bold. Mesotropic.
No, misanthrop. TH.
I think you both screenshot the wrong page. It's mesotropia.
So
it's one of the top 3 places in the world for seagulls to mate. Moving on.
What?
Okay.
I don't know.
I was watching nature documents.
Fun fact of Moncast.
Yeah, that being said, that part of the manga was not handled very well or done in an entertaining way.
No, yeah, it was a lot of context that really could have just been boiled down to half a chapter at most.
Yeah, they could have made it into a love triangle easily and had like some what's it called when something's busted but it's like genetic, like a mutated worm who's like trying to screw up their love. That would have been a nice manga. I'd been all over that.
Would just be like a small little worm in a tall corner and just like.
But my worm is a transmitter and I tend to latch on, but turns out he latches onto the guy when he intended to latch onto the girl. I'd be all about that. And then he could be the one driving that truck, that storage truck, being like, I'll take my love and kill his lover. Ah.
I mean, it's a fun concept for sure, but I think the execution of it, at least in the 2 volumes that you read, wasn't the greatest.
I read up until chapter 12, I think.
Oh, you got
the second to last chapter, yeah. And it kind of goes ham on the last little bit.
Yep.
But like again, it's really fucking stupid. I thought like a lot of it was just a hashtag I am so smart. Where he goes into like, this is how like this could actually work, and it's like, no, he's just making shit up. And then like and then people who there's no reason for them to know each other just somehow do. It's like, oh yes, I was friends with your daughter. It's like, no, you weren't. There's no like, no, there's no fucking purpose for that, and it just sort of shoehorned in.
Subconsciously attracted to you, and we're attracted to each other. Yeah. So at the end of this, Robert, if you mind telling us where the story like goes, any key points, we'll get into that. But for now, oh damn it, I didn't even prep the wheel. All right, you guys, take the wheel, and let me just.
But you're doing the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can't take what you have.
All my Google
what did you
search
think
history.
about this? How did you think like the pseudoscience of this went? You have like a biology degree, right?
Yes.
And so like all this fake made up biology, did that just like?
Well, there is. I think it's in the 9.5 chapter. There's a little excerpt that's like a little paragraph from each of the author and the artist.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about an actual parasite that does kind of affect it almost in a similar way to what's happening here, just to a very lesser extent. And there are parasites that do affect like animals and shit.
Like the ones that fuck with the ants.
I mean, we got the cordyceps.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the ants. But those are the ones like they kill them, but they control them after that. But there's also ones that infect a slug that give them like a pulsating in their eye stalks.
Yeah.
To make them more noticeable, so that birds will come and eat them.
Phoboids.
And the boids.
Boids. But they mentioned one that affects rats. And that makes them like more susceptible to like being eaten by cats.
Hey, we're just watching a thing about
like
that.
piss a whole bunch.
Yeah, we were.
I'm not sure. But it's the one they mentioned in like the little like in the author's like little excerpt. But they say that there are people that have been infected by that, and they sometimes do exhibit this like misanthropic personality change.
Really?
I'm sure not to the extent where they're like, I can't touch people.
Yeah.
Or stuff like that, but
I mean, manga in general tends to be overdone.
Yeah.
But
and
so, I mean, to an extent, right? I mean, the whole the whole concept of
prostate.
What was that Naughty Dog's game? The Last
Oh
of Us?
yeah, Naughty Dogs. That's about prostates.
What?
Yes.
You can finish your thought, Will.
Well, as I say, the whole Naughty Dog game is essentially like a cordyceps infection of people. And it ends up being an apocalyptic event.
Is that like Parasite, the Pokemon?
You're like throwing these out there, Cindy. I'm not too sure how many of them are landing.
Oh, what? You want me to start being funny? I can be really funny. I can be like so funny.
Yeah, are we all done?
Yeah, we're good to go. Let's share this screen. I am now sharing my screen. Do y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you all have
There we
names
go.
assigned to you. First on the docket to show their manga panels is Red Joy-Con.
Wasn't it CC last time?
Red Joy-Con? I think CC was just Joy-Cons. Red Joy-Con is Roberto.
I don't know.
How do we know that?
I know it.
Yeah.
I said remove.
It doesn't matter. Like, none of this matters.
So on my notebook, I have a corresponding list that has like my cheat sheet, so I don't forget who you guys are.
Nice.
Oh, you need to.
All right, Rob Adams first. Let me stop sharing.
Hate to do you guys, but vamp. I just need a couple seconds here.
All right, for sure. So when it comes to, is there any Pokemon that has the same like darkness in terms of a parasite taking over the body, the host?
I feel like there is like a story of something
Yeah,
like that.
there is. I can't.
Some of the Pokemon descriptions are pretty fucking dark. Like I know Phantom has like a whole story of like luring children and then just them never being found again.
Parasect is an orange insectoid Pokemon that has been completely overtaken by the parasitic mushroom on its back.
Yeah, Parasect.
So is the mushroom the Pokemon, not the insect?
Yeah, technically. Sounds like it.
Yeah. Well, same thing with Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet's actually that little black thing, not the whole blue bitch.
Yeah, and Mimikyu is actually a ghost in a costume.
Dude, that's freaking epic.
Yeah, I kind of don't like that. I
Holy
don't like that
shit.
Swak and Throw have geese on, and that's part of their like. Are they born that way? I hate that so much. Anyways, Robert's panels.
What is this? Oh yeah, so like halfway through the manga, you find out that there's a guy that's like researching it, and like the first thing he does is just inject himself with the same thing. Like I cannot tell you how unbelievably dumb that is.
Yeah.
Mad science trope.
This new parasite that we know nothing about. Yeah, I mean, just going.
Fuck me up, boss. Yeah.
All we know is that everyone who gets this worm kills themselves.
Yeah. Well,
I'm there.
Sign me up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we end this hellish facade? All right, sorry.
I just really like the artwork on that. It kind of gave me the I want to say like 30 Days of Night sort of vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, save the save panel. Not so much for the writing, but yeah, I just really like the art of it.
A lot of the dialogue just felt kind of dumb, but that's a me thing.
It definitely felt like a Japanese attitude, or at least a Japanese story being told. Or mindset. I don't know the word is. I've had this worm in my head.
Yeah. Makes me freaking epic. But yeah, not just general drip, you know. You guys got it.
That tie is so tiny.
It's such a huge coat. It's got no buttons. Oh yeah, this is just like a guy in his 30s dating a 17-year-old.
Hey, he's 27.
That was really funny.
And he keeps his hair like that. Yeah, he's 27.
Yeah.
There's 10-year difference.
She's 17.
But yeah,
Like they easily could have just like upped that up by like make her 21, and it's not.
Yeah, it could have just been 28. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, actually, when I was reading it, like I think the point was that they'll fall in love with anyone, but I think they should have done it where they're both adults and they're like complete opposites and they don't like each other at all.
I would have been really into that, yeah. And then introduce a triangle. Oh, fuck.
There doesn't have to
Okay,
be
not everything needs a triangle.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
when I was reading this, I just kept getting fucking Seth Rogen's character in Pineapple Express. I have no idea why I kept thinking of that.
Like, oopsie daisy.
Oh, fuck.
So you got a worm in your head? You want one in your crotch?
Oh yeah, this is like a two-parter. This is right before he says like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to tell you like a pretty epic fact right now." There's like a worm in your head, and that's why you're in love. It was like the worst fucking reveal at any point.
I did like the angle they had to it though. That's the one. I like that
that's
angle.
it.
And he's all bummed out, like, "Aw." It should have been like able to see like a little worm head in his pupil.
I
But it
think so
sounds
many
like
people
fucking
resonated with this one here.
Yeah.
You're to blame. Not you.
It sounds like Rick and Morty dialogue. It's like, I'm going to tell you a pretty cool fact. There's like a worm in you. It's like it's in your
Worm
head. That's why you don't belong in society. It's this worm, Morty.
Oh, gee, Rick.
You got a glimpse.
Yeah.
There's a worm in my head.
But there's like nothing. I mean, like it was kind of like implied that something was going on behind the scenes, but it just felt like a really stupid way to reveal it.
Yeah. I thought you saved the other panel, like the first one, just because he had that Mishima hair.
Oh yeah.
That Kazuya Mishima hair. Gonna hit you with that 10-hit combo.
Hell yeah.
Oh
yeah, this is just like a pretty much, yeah. This is like a good way to mirror the first part, like the very first panel. I think I also saved.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it happened in the winter when he was 27. It's like, yeah, my late first love.
But it was unmistakably love.
What was
So
this
it's the
one?
worm.
Said the
Oh,
worm
yeah,
to
something
the
about,
bird.
Something about Crohn's disease. That was funny. But anyways, you can.
That's why Mike resonated with this so much.
Yeah.
This is the
worm to
only.
blame for my crown.
This is the only position my intestines don't hurt. Is she doing like the slab squat?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this was in the middle of him telling the story about the other people who got the worm. He goes into a whole nother story halfway through.
No, this is the same story. This is not the doctor who's originally telling the original story. He's
But
telling
again,
the story
it's a
of
story
this doctor.
inside of a story. That
Yes.
doesn't have to happen. It just seems like really roundabout way of doing it.
He's telling the story of a doctor who happens to tell a story.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, again, that part was, I felt like it was derailed so high.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Read
what?
any of it.
It kind of brings the momentum of the whole thing just to a grind.
It seems like it's kind of building to something, and then yeah, it's just like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like this kind of pissed me off. Where the guy is like a germaphobe, or what's the term for it?
Germaphobe.
I think germophobia.
I think there's an actual term.
Yeah,
I can't
but he
remember.
just
Germaphobe.
okay. But yeah, he was like deathly afraid of getting germs, and then if the whole hook of your goddamn manga relies on people having these phobias, why the fuck in like the first book are people like just completely disregarding them?
Well, to be fair, it's the parasite.
Oh. Again, I mean, it feels kind of not great.
At this point, we don't know it's the parasite.
Yeah, it kind of puts
Don't
a.
get me started on that.
Mhm.
I mean, you just say it's the parasite, and everything makes sense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I think out of context, this sort of is just like a cool set
Nice
of panels.
panel. Mhm.
Mhm.
Looks like someone might be getting abducted by an alien, though. In that middle part.
Or some poor schmuck just getting stood up.
Let's save Robert's review for the end. So I do want him to rant,
All right.
but also he can reveal what happened after chapter 9.5. So with that, let's move immediately on to the next person and their panels. Sharing screen, Wheel of Pain. We got Phone Bookie, Daddy Spit on Me Please, Broken Fan, and Yellow Bucket left. Broken Fan. Golf clap. Amazing. All right, remove. Phenomenal. Broken Fan is Alyssa.
Wait. 1 second.
For sure.
Yeah, there's no fast way I can like pre-do these.
No worries. Yeah, there was 2 panels. I thought for sure you would have had Rob. I saved them too just in case though. So we'll meme together.
Alrighty.
Robert was too engrossed while reading to meme.
Just like getting genuinely
I'm not
pissed
gonna
off.
lie, I was like seriously passing out. I just like had to stop halfway through. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some coffee.
I saved this panel because one, the only reason why, there's no way in hell you're sitting on a cold ass monkey bar in a skirt in winter. I'm sorry. I don't care. That's her whole shtick that she has blonde hair and thing. You know how cold and that would be like immediate freezer burn on your thighs?
Maybe they're heated.
Like I've done some pretty stupid shit on a date, but I've never just like willingly frozen my asshole.
Actually, it's the parasite maker, not cold.
Yeah, it's the parasite.
It's
Alyssa,
actually the parasite.
She's not attending school anymore. Come on.
Yeah.
Even though she keeps the schoolgirl uniform on at all
Cold.
times.
It's cold. Let me proceed to sit on it. I thought this was a really cool panel.
I like the flowers.
Mm-hmm.
This is giving some backstory to the dude, the main dude, and we had his name prepped beforehand, but I can't remember now.
The main guy?
Yeah.
Gengo. Or Kengo, sorry.
Going into the background of why he's the germaphobe and goes back to his mother.
His mother is filthy. Filthy.
I just thought these two panels were kind of funny. It's like someone's finger. Someone's finger.
Yeah, I say the same panel.
Yeah, remind me of JoJo's.
What did he cut her with? I actually don't know.
Just his hand.
His claws.
Life on her cheek.
He got the parasite claws.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like an alien situation where he just opens his mouth.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Parasite the Maxim? It's
this one just really pretty. I really like the amount of texture that went into the scarf there.
I didn't even notice he was crying until like I was looking through my own save panels because I was just looking at the scarf.
Oh, we love a good scarf. Oh shit.
I also say I actually had a couple of these scene panels saved just because they did doing things in darkness really well with all the cross stitching and all the black stuff. Really pretty, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like when they're stuck in the container.
Mm-hmm. Out of context, this looks funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I say that to each other a fair bit.
Yeah. I don't love you, Rob. My worm. Fuck is he gay for you right now?
Let's just make them kiss, that's all.
Let's touch worms.
I can't remember what's going on with this one.
It's a pretty panel.
It's one of the later
Yeah.
ones. I think it's either chapter 8 or 9.
I think this is out. He's walking out of the hospital for whatever reason or something. It's pretty. I think this one was like immediately before like the handshaking. Like, are you scared of germs?
Still a germaphobe. Oh, Will, did you find if there's a proper term for that?
Germaphobe.
Just germaphobe. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of hypochondriac. That's something different.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
Oh, the reason why I saved this one, they have like, I don't know, they were a little bit more simplistic when you have like the chapter art.
Mhm.
And it's like if you're not paying attention to kind of like what's going on leading up or going into it, then not much meaning behind it, but it's cool. Oh, and this is another of this dude's backstory that was a little bit weird. He's a designer of computer viruses or like software viruses, and he creates this big masterpiece that he calls Silent Night, which
Like doesn't amount to anything. Like in the
except
end.
for this part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was.
I was like, oh, that thing I was. Oh, yeah.
It literally did nothing for the story.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
It literally could have just been she actually blocked his number, and it would have been the same outcome.
Just remember this thing I referenced back. Oh, we need to tie it in somehow.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, I'm intelligent.
It
Guys,
might come in and play like later, but like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, he goes to like turn himself in, and he just walks out like they didn't know whatever.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot. Yeah, it wasn't a virus. It was a worm he made
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
subtlety.
Yeah.
The end of the 16th chapter is going to just be him rocking back and forth, and he can't call out, and he thinks the world is ending, but it's actually silent and affecting him. Or his cell phone.
Freaking worm, bro.
I hope it ends with all of them doing the worm. All together.
Bunch of human bodies.
It's just gonna end with like the giant sandworms from Dune just destroying the planet.
Yeah.
Okay, unless you've spent 16 hours listening to the audiobook of Dune, Will. Okay. I can't do that. I do this like everything. There we go. All right, a little more floppy. You guys want to see a rubber pen?
Not really.
No.
Shit. All right.
Just spin the wheel.
Alyssa, I know you were a little pressed for time in reading this manga, but did you enjoy it?
Kinda. It was entertaining for a while, but then again, I mentioned earlier, the execution of the idea wasn't the greatest.
And can I ask, are you inside a
Seemed like they
shipping
could've been
container
fun.
right now?
No, I am not.
Clever girl. Okay, sorry. The execution wasn't good on what side?
No, the execution of it wasn't good. It was all right. Could have been a cool idea, but nah, fell flat.
Yeah, I was sitting on the couch at one point, maybe about chapter 5, and I was thinking, who would write this? Who would put effort into this? There has to be more.
There's like cool parts of the story, but just the way it all got mixed together.
If you like take the ideas like okay, we got a cool story here.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think
Yeah.
they were.
And it sounded
Like
like
Alyssa said, the execution.
Yeah, might have been the motive behind of writing it. Like I have this cool idea and start doing it out, and then just wasn't done with I don't know.
Like
We
reading
have-
it further on, it felt like the guy didn't like plan the whole thing out. So it kind of felt that like things were just sort of popping up when it became convenient for the writer.
Yeah, sometimes with stories like this, I become aware this ends in 16 chapters, which is exactly 3 volumes worth of story. At some point, something is being stretched, something is being added, something is being omitted. And it bugs me that something fits perfectly within, 3 volumes.
Mm-hmm.
Except Love and Focus. That is a masterpiece. Going back to the wheel. The wheel of truth.
I think Love and Focus is just Jeff's version of it too.
It made me hate a lot of
Robert.
manga.
Spinning the wheel. Ignoring the haters. I have Gucci shades. I just lost them. Yellow bucket is golf clap. CC.
Okay.
What is the story behind these names? Just whatever's in there. again?
Yellow bucket, broken fan, red Joy-Con. What are the other 2?
Daddy spit on me.
Someone in this group has an obsession with Daddy. And what was the last one?
Phone bookie.
Oh yeah, my phone book. My mouse pad's a phone book.
Oh, I saved this panel because you guys are asking for a picture of the main guy. So I went to go look, but then as I was looking, I found this and it just annoyed me. It's like in the first chapter.
Yeah.
Again,
Oh,
so
yeah, he gets the blessing of the puppets.
It's like, yeah, John. Ah.
That's it. It just annoyed me. Oh, she just said the manga.
No, it's of love though. The title's In Love.
The title is Koisuru Kiseichuu. I can't see fucking panels like this without thinking of that one Family Guy clip that lives rent free in my head. Ah, he said the name. I'm a Family Guy. Ah. Okay, sorry.
I just thought it was funny because nowadays, and also them re-looking at it, that guy's like his jacket is massive.
His presence.
It's like
He's
tiny
fucking
head, just-
imposing his will.
Yeah.
This guy's poise.
He doesn't even need a
Massive
T-pose.
jacket.
Unbreakable. Also, our main character's head looks really tiny.
How big are that guy's arms? Holy shit.
We got Dr. Rosen out here.
Can Mighty Joe Young?
Let's go, Daddy Pipes.
This is the first thing you see when you open it, and you're like, "Oh no!"
Sorry, one second.
This and this next one I
But
saved.
like the art is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So the author is Miyake Sugaru, and the artist is Hotate Yuki. So it's two different people.
Yeah, I saw this. I was like, I don't want to read this.
But now we know that's not a butterfly.
No, it's a
It's
parasite.
two parasites that fuse together like anglerfish.
Because the anime is called Parasite in Love.
Ah,
Oh, and then they show the image of like what the parasite in their head looks like, and it's like a heart.
Yeah. Really stupid.
again, the concepts are kind of cool, but the execution.
Mm-hmm. Was that all of them?
Yeah, that's all I saved.
Yeah, nice. When I finished saving,
Yeah, like once I got like it's like the meat of the manga, it was kind of hard to like save panels because you're like too busy reading and kind of being
Mhm.
bored by it.
I hear ya.
Yeah, by chapter 3, I started to have to go back and actively look. But the website that I read on had chapter 1 split into 7 fucking parts.
yeah,
Yeah, I
same.
had that too.
It
It was probably like a weird like weekly thing. So it was like, I don't know. Who knows what fucking happened?
Not me. Cece, did you enjoy the manga? I know you're kind of memeing a little hard on it, but any sense of
No.
enjoyment while reading this one?
Not really. The whole time there's like, what will explain this? The parasites. It's all them. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Have you
do
been
that.
watching the new season of Love Live? Love Live Sunshine or something? What's it called?
Superstar.
Was there a worm in that one too?
No, I
Superstar.
haven't seen it.
I mean, not yet.
Okay, so you haven't seen it, so this may not be fair, but how many Love Live Superstar characters would you rate this out of?
I don't know any of them.
Or how many there are?
There's 9, I assume.
There's 9, yeah. What would you rate this manga out of Love Live's Superstar characters?
2 or 30, I guess.
We may have to invite Michael to just do like one of his like independent reviews of this manga. It's okay, so fuck the manga club. They're all assholes.
Again, it has like a lot of really cool ideas. It's just that they
Yeah.
don't go together so well.
I feel that vibe. All right, share screen. Back to the wheel. What'd you call it, Rob? In that chat? Wheel of Destiny?
Wheel of Fate, Emma?
Wheel of
Might have
Fate.
been
that is
Destiny.
what-
Wheel of Fate sounds more correct.
Yeah.
To the Wheel of Fate. You both see that?
Yep.
Oh, phone bookie. Yeah, I got phone bookie. All right. Wheel of Fate has spoken. Golf clap. Phone bookie is Will.
I was really hoping I wasn't Daddy spit on me.
I want it to be like obviously me or Rob.
You would be, yeah, you should be honored to be Daddy Spit on Me.
Piss on me, please. Well, so Will, I know you like moving subject about getting whizzed on, Prison School, Volume 15. But I know you like the more complicated stuff, pseudoscience stuff. How would you find this manga?
So I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was great, but I enjoyed it.
Would you take the anthropology manga or this one?
The anthropology manga.
What's
Isn't
the
that the plan?
anthropology manga?
Apothecary.
How do you say it again?
Apothecary.
Apothecary
Oh.
manga. Fuck you that I barely mispronounced that word. And you're like,
But
There
they
are
mean
two
totally
very
different
different
things.
what?
Anthropology is a real thing.
I don't know what
So
a
is an apothecary.
science of
Yes, I know, but-
Bachelor of Science means.
If he says the apothecary
They
manga,
are,
I'm like,
trying to
however,
think of
vastly
one
different
manga.
things.
We read that has anything to do with anthropology. I'm like,
sounds like shit. Did I miss an anthropology manga?
What is anthropology?
Pretty much the study of like people, but
Yeah.
like
ancient people, kind of.
yeah.
Let's just Google that real quick.
So between the plant manga and this manga, Will, which one did you like?
Oh, the apothecary one.
Swag.
Way better. I'm still reading that one. That one's fucking great.
Oh, really? Goddamn. What'd you find, Rob?
Oh, anthropology, the study of what makes us human. Anthropologist takes a broad approach to understanding the many different aspects of the human experience, which we call holism.
I understand why I know that name. And I apologize for stuff. All right, go ahead, Will.
Yeah, pretty much same reason, Alyssa. Also, he literally looks like angry in that second shot. He did that really well.
Oh, yeah.
The artist. Oh, I just like the way that like they distort the background because of her like anxiety of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because her whole thing is that she can't look at people in the eyes.
Yeah, she always feels
And
like people are
doesn't
staring
have
at her.
people looking at her. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I always like when they do this, like any type of anxiety and stuff artistically.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the way the panel looks.
Uh-huh.
I've always stated I always like the white background, the characters as a focus.
It does add a lot like an impact to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's squeezing her, or his hands just like awkwardly like,
Oh no,
I
he's
think he's like
hover-handing.
just, yeah.
You what?
He's hover-handing.
That beta simp is overhanding.
I mean, he's got his eyes open for God's sake.
I was trying to think of like a COVID-related joke to this, but I can't. I got nothing.
Yeah, that's not 6 feet.
I just like the top shot of the jungle gym. I just thought that looked nice.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when
I didn't even
Alyssa
think
said-
of the whole cold ass thing. It didn't even pop in my head.
Yeah, when Alyssa
'Cause
said
I don't wear
saved this for a
skirts.
reason, I thought that was the reason, just like how nice that looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, how dumb this bottom one was.
I just like you can see actually his reflection in the eye.
Oh, yeah, didn't notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either. I just came so fast.
You guys don't see a little worm in the pupil?
Oh, shit, there's a worm. And we're just going to do some wacky shit later on.
Guys, that's gonna come back into play.
Yeah, that's just a nice scarf. I don't know. I just really like that the way that panel looked.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like animals.
It can
And
turn
this is like
really well.
fucking
Wanted
laser
to do it
beams
all.
coming out.
What? Is that not a jellyfish?
Yeah, I think it's a jellyfish.
Why is there a massive
What?
jellyfish charging forward?
It's just animals in general, I thought.
Yeah.
It's the king of the jungle, the fucking jellyfish.
Leading the charge.
Follow me to battle.
There's like some baboon in the background just chucking jellyfish. All my jungle spirits. Chub chub. Jellyfish.
Oh.
Why did I say this one?
The artwork on the left side is pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Different
Yeah, the
angle.
art in this manga in general is very well done.
it was really well done.
This is directly after she was confessing her love feeling, saying, "I'm aware it's the bug."
Oh yeah, but I just like maybe I just like the thing. It's like if these feelings were merely brought about by that worm, nothing would make a bigger mockery of humanity.
Which is also a very cool idea for a manga.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
again-
build on that. Fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's good. Another cool panel.
Yeah, she doesn't smoke. That's dumb.
Edgy.
She's literally smoking the first time you meet her.
Are you for real? Sorry.
Don't be shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like the art from the container. I should have another. I think the next panel too is just the art. That's the only reason I saved them.
Fantayible. So how many pints of water would you rate this out of 7?
So out of 7 pints of water,
Yeah. Is that a schooner you're drinking?
Out of 7 gallons.
Whatever a liter of water is.
Will, your glass is transparent. Stop
It's a
trying to show it. Yeah, I think that's a pint.
I think
Mine's
a pint's
smaller
half
than a
liter.
liter.
Yeah, it's a half liter, I think.
Are you both looking it up? Oh shit. Okay.
473 milliliters. So it's a half
How many?
liter.
How many 2006 YouTube 5-star reviews?
What?
Just
I
rate
give it a 6
Will.
out of 10.
6 out of 10. We're done. God.
Okay, so how would you rate like the girl's age to the guy's age? 17 out of 27.
Yeah, it's a bit over half, right?
Like the whole
That
thing,
might-
like half your age and no.
Oh, the acceptable
Half your
thing.
age,
It's
add
half
7.
plus. Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking up 17
Do
out of
math.
27 and figuring out if that actually percentage-wise lines up with what Will said. Okay, 62. And what did you say?
It would be close.
6
He's
out of
almost
10.
6 out of 10 would be 18 out of 30. So that'd be kind of close. 17 out of 27.
You say 6 out of 10 is what?
18 out of 30.
I don't know what the fuck. 6 out of 10 is just 60%, right? I was trying to compare percentages.
Yeah. Well.
Right. So
Yeah.
17 of 27 gives you 62%. So yeah, you're dead on. 17 out of 27 is a way better rating. God damn. That's really funny. Thank you, Will. All right.
That was Rob's idea.
Daddy spit on me. And that wasn't a lie, actually. My name was at the very bottom, and Daddy spit on me was at the very bottom. Ba, ba, ba. Not saving myself for last, not doing any behind the scene hijinks.
Let me popped it up like we could have read that.
Oh, sorry. It went
But I don't really care.
Alyssa, Cece,
Doesn't
Will,
matter.
R, Jeff. I didn't even write Rob's name. I put R, and I crossed it off as we went. All right. I don't believe I saved any of the storage unit panels, whatever the fuck that thing was.
C-can.
Yeah, the C-can. Goddamn, Rob. I don't think anyone
they're
else will
called.
know what a C-can is.
Yep.
That's funny.
I
I don't
been like
think
shipping container.
shipping container. Yeah, sure. I don't think I saved any, but at the end of that like few pages, I literally found my phone bright when it ended. It was kind of cool. It was like a cool little effect that like I doubt was intended, because who would read this on a phone? I'm sure it's intended for like manga or a magazine weekly or something. But anyways, I like this panel of this girl flexing her knowledge, them together, and I'm sure they look awkward, and people are either paying attention to what she was saying or not into a 17-year-old hugging an adult who is not old enough to be her dad, but clearly an adult. So like, yeah, let's get out of here. This was easily one of the prettiest shots in the whole manga. I think everyone, this is like our first 5 out of 5. Everyone had this panel.
I
Did I
don't
save that one?
think. I don't think Rob or CC saved it.
5 out of 5. Everyone had this panel.
It's a really good panel.
Not even in the history.
Equally good. No one else had it, but I actually edited this one. This one was a double page and had a bunch of text on the second page, but a quick little crop. Yeah, this one's just as good as the other guy.
Yeah, the clothing's done really well.
Mhm.
It almost looks like
Look
it's
at
like I don't say rotoscoped or something, but like a picture taken.
A lot of it did feel rotoscoped.
Yeah.
It's like the button and the collar there.
Mm-hmm. Especially that scarf. I did not believe that scarf was just some guy's artwork.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's a picture.
Yeah.
It's a
Still,
nice
though, very
picture.
well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of our Junji Ito. Not Junji Ito, the other guy, the fucking depression boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, dude.
Ino Asano. I really like Christmas and anything that reminds me of Christmas.
I was about to
This is
say
just-
that panel.
Fantastic. There were certain breaks in the manga that I just like. Sometimes I look at the panels and I'm like, I would live in this world. This one reminded me of this old song. I think it was called Loser, but I don't think that's right. It was by a dude called holy, I cannot believe I'm blanking on his name. Swagmaster, I think. Swag Ninja. He had a song that goes like 18 years old. I never kissed a girl. I'm a loser. And for the rest of the song, he just repeats, I'm a loser. As his voice cracks. Oh, it's fantastic.
Remind me of Jimmy Carr.
What?
Remind me of Jimmy Carr.
This panel?
He apparently didn't lose his virginity until he was 26.
I believe that was
That's a gamer right there. He was 4 years away from being a wizard. Pussy.
Stupid asshole. This is.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, 30-year-old virgin. You can cast magic. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Never heard of that before, Liz?
Mm-mm.
Alyssa doesn't hang out with much wizards. This was another popular panel, just the opposite. I kind of sometimes when I'm saving manga panels now, I think like, what would the group save? What's something that can kind of build off that? This is something building off that. It's the same panel that had all the lines and shit. Her freezing her butt, him hanging out with her being an old man. But just the opposite shot. Very much just a vibe. I really like it. Wintertime, fresh snowfall when it's like still December and minus 20 feels like minus 40. I love that time. I had a joke about this that I no longer want to say. But yeah.
All right, next panel. Quick.
This is just like COVID, right? It's the only reason I say
Actually,
it.
that reminds me a lot, like, because I get disposable masks at the office, and so I just like throw one out every day. So fucking actually,
Yeah, my car just gets literal.
is there money in that thing?
Envelope?
Yep.
Yeah,
It might be. There's something in there.
didn't notice that.
Yeah.
The guy came to the
maybe
door,
like the
gave him
money?
envelope.
Yeah.
And he didn't want it. He's like, fuck it. I'm going to be your friend without your cash. Bah.
I have no idea why they sent this.
Yeah.
That was
A girl in a mask. Like,
Do you ever screenshot something to like mental note, save it to yourself? Just skip that. I want to watch that when it comes available on Netflix. So a note to everybody watching. Alcohol, loneliness, and darkness can trick the eyes, making it appear to be faded love. Then, once they wake up sober the next morning, that's when they realize they made a mistake. That's the same thing that happened to you. So this worm is essentially giving them like drunk brain. And this guy's like, well, I'm sober now. Knowing the truth, I won't be able to treat her with feelings as pure as before. So what happens after that? She comes to his door, and his first thought's like, I only love you because I'm drunk.
The fucking worm.
Yes, the worm. It's so funny. I like this just for her resilience as someone who has gone through hardship. She, at one point, believed her parents killed herself, finding out that like it was essentially a parasite in their brain. She's like, I'm cool. Actually, I'm a lot better now. I liked it. So they have parasites in their brains, and when I picture a parasite, I picture an insect. He's like, this isn't so good, it would bug you.
You're getting bugged pretty hard right now.
It's so
I had to
bad
tell.
it should bug you.
Throwing puns.
But he's such a crusty old bitch. Again, complete with little tie.
Teeny tiny tie.
Well, no, he's just a very large man.
yeah. Look at that head.
As far as reading it, yeah, definitely very text heavy. Sometimes when I'm reading manga and I'm watching the clock, I can be a little anxious. So I want to push it, but I did appreciate that I got to jump on it. I read the first volume. Excuse me. I read the first volume ahead of time and I really took my time with it. Second volume was definitely slightly on the speed reading side. I might have to rate this a little differently. In terms of enjoying the read, I enjoyed the read and I enjoyed where I was. In terms of story and would I recommend it? Yeah, like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, right in that range. I would like to know how it ends though. So if Robert, you read beyond chapter 9, what happens after chapter 9? And please rip on it as much as possible.
Right. So the last 2 chapters aren't in English currently, but I'll let you guys know what goes on as far as I'm aware. So remember you said that one thing about like she'd gone through so much hardship that when her parents died, only to find out that it was a worm that caused it.
Yeah.
You know, no, it wasn't that. Like the worm was actually good.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
God damn,
But that's
okay.
like, yeah. And so that just came out of fucking nowhere for just about no reason. So after that, 2 other characters. Do you guys remember the lady at the 7-Eleven or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who is
Yeah,
gonna
went
help
to
with
go
the
buy
OCD?
something.
Yeah.
Psychiatrist lady.
So she also knows the dad there. I forget what his name, Izumi.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He also knows him. And then there's
I think she's gonna be connected to someone.
Can I say
Yeah.
one thing before Robert continues the story? At one point, they showed a panel how like the worms work with their interconnectedness, and it kind of worked like a 5-pointed thingy with someone at the middle of it.
The doctor
What's
who
that?
died. It was the doctor who died, who killed himself.
Yeah. So he's showing all that. I was thinking, obviously, those 2 are strongly connected. There's one person bringing them together, and it has to be 2 behind the scenes, just so it all adds up. Because manga, and especially Japanese stories, very much do that. I was like, there's only a few other characters. One definitely has to be that store clerk.
But then they also introduced more characters because it seemed convenient, I guess. Where one of them was a teacher who came by and was talking to Hijiri or Tsunagi, whatever. I'm gonna call it
The
Tsunagi.
chick.
That's
Yeah.
the girl, yeah.
And it's like, oh hey, like you're doing better and all that. And then like another character comes in also, who they apparently have this gigantic history with. And this is all done over like 10 panels total. And then they like rush through this whole like, oh yeah, I remember you sort of thing. And apparently the rando lady was also one of the characters who was paid to hang out with her, but it doesn't go any deeper than that. And so she's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I give you something. Like, here you go. And then it cuts last second to Tsunagi, passed it on the floor with just like a shit ton of pills around her.
Oh Christ, yeah.
And then while the Izumi is talking to the cashier lady, there's a time jump that they don't bring up and don't have any reason to explain. And it's him answering the phone to find out that his kids died. And I thought that it was like the current day things that was going on, but because they didn't explain the time jump and I totally forgot all their names, I had to like go back and check it. I'm like, oh, so this already happened. We already know what happened here. And then it cuts to what's that guy's name? The main dude.
Kango?
Kosaka.
Kengo?
Yeah. He's 6 months down the treatment of the worm. He's meaning like he's hanging out with the girl. He doesn't want to push any further because he still wants to bone that 17-year-old. And then Izumi comes out of the woodwork, talks to him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, apparently you're just resisting the worms, so you no longer have germophobia, but you also still have the worms because it's just easiest to do this, and that the worms are actually eating up all the negative emotions in people's heads, so that when they get rid of the worms, it all just hits them all at once, and that's what makes them kill themselves."
Ah.
But the fact that the worms obviously aren't eating the negative emotions in people's head.
We
Yeah.
only leave dopamine.
Yeah. And just extreme fear of random bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That also got through somehow.
Oh.
And then he's like, "Oh yeah, so it means I can still hook up with your granddaughter." And he's like, "Oh no, she was the first victim." And then that's when it ends.
Oh my god.
Christ's sake.
So
So
it gets
really goes off the rails.
really stupid.
And that's like what, chapter 12?
Chapter 11. So in 10 and 11, it goes over that.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, that I think it might have been those last 2 chapters that kind of really pissed me off to the extent where I just don't like a lot of this.
Yeah.
Because it feels
it just starts
like
getting convoluted for no reason.
Well, it was convoluted already. It just seemed kind of lazy and doing the path of least resistance by making shit up to get to the last 2 chapters.
Well, there's 16 chapters.
13. Oh shit, there's 16.
Yeah.
I thought there was 13.
Continues.
There's 12 out, or at least 12 translated, so there's still 4 more chapters.
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly, maybe the end came out and it's like that other one we read, I can't remember, but people genuinely got pissed off. Like, we're not finishing. It's fine. Just read it online. Reading the text version, instead of us putting all the work into doing a proper scanlation, it's the same effect. It's fine.
Yeah, they're still translating right now, and it just isn't good. I really didn't like this one. Like when it's just like you have random shit that just sort of happens for no reason other than to make it easier for the writer to continue the story. Feels kind of dumb. Actually, when did chapter 9 end? Was that
Chapter
when
9
they got out of the sea
ended-
can?
Yeah.
Okay, because I know it left one of the chapters was like on a cliffhanger where the guy that Izumi was in a car accident with a semi.
Yeah, they
They
showed
look
that.
very
He
dead.
still makes it to like.
Yeah, and he just
He
sort
still
of
makes
gets
it
up
to get
and
them out.
walks over because it's just easier to continue the story that way.
It's like taking a nap at the wheel. Like, I bumped my head.
He had like a tiny cut like on his, right here.
Yeah.
that semi with a
saw him
seat,
late.
Yeah. Yeah. When you like run into a fucking semi and you get like a little scratch here. Yeah.
That's like the fucking finale of Act 3 to what's that one with Whiplash? Gets in a huge car accident. No, I gotta play the drums and just fucks off.
Yeah.
Anywho, that was a fantastic finale. I don't even care how the manga ends. I'm equally as angry as Robert.
Yeah.
That
I just sort of
being
felt
said-
like, sorry, almost done. Like had the writer just like simplified his story like a little bit, I think it would have been a much better overall
No,
experience.
you know what you're gonna find out next, Rob? Is that everyone's actually already infected with it. It's just these people have a weird interaction with it, and that's why they get like
They
this.
have like turbo worms.
Yeah.
The worm.
It's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Bad
just
Batch
sort of-
where like everyone gets like a special worm and they all have a slightly like souped up power because of it.
Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. But that whole like I'm going to introduce this character to give the main character pills in a like half a chapter because fuck it, I need the story to get going.
And then we're gonna find out it's actually an alien parasite.
It
From space.
wouldn't doubt it, or it'd have the same thing as like the stupid fucking Parasite
And then
the
we-
Maxim ending.
That's what I
God
was to say.
damn, I
And then
hate
we're gonna get a it's actually gonna find out it's a prequel to Parasite the Maxim.
Yeah.
This was before it took off. We had an opportunity to end it and we didn't because love.
And also, I was researching the worm and just immediately jammed that shit into me because it seemed
Yeah.
cool at the time.
Wait. It takes away all
Fuck.
negative thought and might give you one phobia, but other than that, you're really happy. Never mind these
Never, none of these guys are
depressed
ever
characters.
happy.
Except the entire time when they're depressed because they have their phobia. Yeah.
These
Yeah.
two depressed people that like can't pull out of it somehow.
They're depressed.
They're de-breast.
They're the best. All right. That's all I got.
All right. And with that, we can conclude week 62 of Manga Club. I was joined today by Will,
Hey.
Robert.
Nope.
We had Cece,
Hello.
Alyssa,
Mhm.
co-host as always, and myself, Jeff. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you next week when we read